14 of the fantasy basketball season. Here's a few centers I look to sell and trade this week. The first center, Karl-Anthony Towns, the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Karl-Anthony Towns coming off a career game, and what a game it was for him, and he's a perfect sell-high candidate now, coming off a 62-point game on the season, 22.5 points a game, 8.8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2.2 threes, and 51% from the field. But the last couple weeks, obviously with that 62-point game, averaged in 26.9 points a game, 8.1 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 3.8 threes, and 56% from the field. So Karl-Anthony Towns, we know he's had some games in his career where he just goes off and puts up monster games, and that's especially when he gets hot from three-point land. So the last few games for Towns, January 18th versus Memphis, 14.7 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, 2 threes, 41% from the field. January 20th versus the Thunder, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a 3, 40% from the field. And January 22nd, the monster 62-point game, where they lost this game as well, Minnesota. They were up 15 going into the fourth and lost 62 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 10 threes, and 60% from the field. To Towns, what a game it was for him, no doubt about it. I know he had 44 points at halftime, and he ran out of gas in the fourth quarter, was Karl-Anthony Towns. So right now, coming off a monster game like this, where his stats have been good this season, but also he's another player that's been injury-prone throughout his career. He's a perfect sell-high candidate, and I think he could get 2 solid players in the deal for Karl-Anthony Towns right now, especially coming off a big game, especially that he's a center, obviously, and it's a tough position at times to fill, and he's a sell-high play this week. The next center I look to sell and trade is Anthony Davis of Los Angeles Lakers. Anthony Davis, it's been very surprising that he's been healthy pretty much the whole season here, is AD. And when he plays, he's a monster, no doubt about it. 24.9 points a game, 12.2 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 1.2 steals, 2.5 blocks, and 55% from the field. So Anthony Davis putting up great numbers once again for this Los Angeles Lakers team. And he's a big part why this Lakers team is starting to get things going, winning 3 out of 4 games. But Anthony Davis as well, I'm waiting for that other shoe to drop where he's injured and out multiple weeks. And it just has happened a lot throughout his career as well. January 17th versus Dallas, 28 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, a steal, a block, 70% from the field. January 19th versus the Nets, 26 points, 12 boards, 6 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, 69% from the field. And January 21st versus Portland, 14 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 57% from the field. So right now, Anthony Davis having a career year. He's having an MVP type of season, no doubt about it, for this Lakers team. But like I said, his body, it's been through a lot throughout his career, and we've seen him sustain a lot of injuries. So it's surprising to me he's not missed any time at all as Davis, but we'll see now over the next couple weeks. Stay healthy, and he's a little banged up as well with an Achilles injury. That's a little nagging, but he's probable to play in tonight's game. So right now, while Davis is playing great basketball on an MVP level, and he's dealing with a little bit injury that I think could possibly turn into something bigger over time, he's a perfect sell-high center, and I think you could get 2 quality players in a deal for him. In the third and final center, I look to sell and trades Alperen Sengun of the Houston Rockets. So what a season it's been for Sengun. 22 points a game, 9.2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.2 steals, 53% from the field. So right now he's going out there and he's having a masterful season, is Sengun, with some big lines and even a triple-double in his last ball game versus the Boston Celtics. January 17th at the Knicks, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, 4 blocks, 43% from the field. January 20th versus the Jazz, 37 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, a block, a 3, 57% from the field. And January 21st versus the Celtics, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, a steal, 55% from the field. So Sengun's playing great basketball. I know his numbers are elite this season, ranked 15th in fantasy basketball in the year, but he's another guy where he's a young player, no doubt about it, but we haven't seen him play that many games and play at this level. So right now, well, he's a walking double-double with Sengun for the most part, and coming off a triple-double in a 37-point game right now, he's at peak value for me as Sengun. I think you could get 2 players for him in the deal as well. We know center's a weak position, and he's playing above his head, I believe, a little bit as Sengun, and he's a sell-high center this week. I'm not saying to trade these guys just for anything, but I believe Towns, Davis, and Sengun are at peak value right now, where you could get a good haul or a solid 1-for-1 deal for them. So that's a few centers I look to sell and trade for Week 14 of the fantasy basketball season.